Thanks for watching the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Well, here we are on the second Friday in October, week number 7 of high school football in northeastern Pennsylvania. Well, Berwick and Williamsport start things out for this week's football picks. The Bulldogs get 125 yards through the air from C.J. Curry, 125 yards on the ground from Dane Kowalski. They get the job against Tunkhannock. I think the beat goes on as they travel to Williamsport. Berwick gets the victory here in week number 7. Move along to Coughlin and Pittston area. Crusaders come off a victory. Paul Cole, 235 yards on the ground. In the meantime, the Emmett quarterback for Pittston area brings back the Patriots in a dramatic 21-17 victory over Dallas. Pittston's at home. Coughlin on paper looks like they should beat them. I think this game could be a little closer than maybe some of the experts think. Coughlin victorious over Pittston area, but I think the Patriots might be a little scrappier because of the confidence they built up after that come-from-behind win. Move along. Hanover area and GAR, the Hawkeyes, coming off a couple of victories, turned a lot of turnovers last week against Meyers. GAR gets a win. This is a tough game to pick, but I'm going to take the Hawkeyes in what on paper may be a slight upset. Scranton and North Pocono. Jake McCarthy, tremendous effort from him last weekend as the second half came about. The Knights and McCarthy really did the job. Scranton defeats North Pocono this weekend. Let's move along to Pocono Mountain West and Crestwood. Crestwood at home. Pocono Mountain West will come to town with an attitude, but the Crestwood Comets are playing good football, and I think they get the victory this weekend at home. Bloomsburg and Southern Columbia. Talked to Jim Roth over the weekend. Southern Columbia is just very dynamic. They're rolling. They got a sophomore quarterback who's 6'3" and is throwing the ball. Then they got 4 running backs that could do the job on the ground. Southern Columbia continues to march to another drummer because the last 4 weeks of the season here, I think it's going to be very good, easy weeks for the Southern Columbia Tigers, and then they'll get ready for the playoffs and take on a District 2 team if they're able to get through District 4 the first round. Move along here. Let's check out Northwest and Lake Lehman. Austin Mazonki last week, he was a man for Northwest. In the meantime, they got a guy who could run the football as well. Dustin Jones was absolutely outstanding. Over 200 yards rushing for head coach Jerry Gilski. I think this will be a physical affair, but I'm taking the Black Knights on the black turf at home in the Back Mountain on a Friday night in the second week here in October. Honesdale and Riverside. The Hornets are taking on a young Riverside team. I'm going to take the Honesdale Hornets this weekend as they travel on the road to Taylor, Pennsylvania. Wyoming Valley West and Tunkhannock. Mike Bauer and crew stepped up last week against a team from District 11 in Stroudsburg. I think Wyoming Valley West gets the job once again done. And Lakeland and Dunmore move along to the Lackawanna Football Conference. The Dunmore Bucks are at home. They won last Sunday. Now they got to play on a Friday. A quick turnaround for them. Lakeland got a victory, but I think the Dunmore Bucks will have too much for the Chiefs of Lakeland. Wallapapack at West Scranton. A great first half of football for West Scranton. Some things didn't go their way, and the wheels kind of came off the cart there for the Invaders. Wallapapack, a lopsided loss for themselves against Scranton Prep. I'm going to take West Scranton at home against the Buckhorns of Wallapapack. Western Wayne and Mid-Valley. How about Jason Figueroa? Over 350 yards rushing. That's the second time he did that this year. Western Wayne is going on the road, but I'm going to take Figueroa and the Wildcats of Bruce Wayne, as I like to say. Well, Pleasant Valley is taking on East Stroudsburg South. Jimmy Terwilliger coaching Pleasant Valley, a 5-1 record. He's taking on the old veteran, Eddie Christian there at East Stroudsburg South. He played for Eddie, knows some tendencies for Eddie. I'm going to take Pleasant Valley in an upset pick this week over East Stroudsburg South. Let's go to Nanticoke and Holy Redeemer, a Saturday affair. Nanticoke, of course, coming off a tough loss in Northwest. Holy Redeemer off a loss as well. I'm going to take the Royals of Holy Redeemer this week in what may be an upset as well. Let's move along to Hazleton area and Dallas. Dallas still searching for their first victory of the year. Had a sting a little bit, being up by 17 and losing to Pittston area on the road. They'll be at home this week, but I'm going to take the Cougars of Hazleton area. I think this will be a very tight football game. How about Montrose and Susquehanna, another Saturday afternoon game? Well, I'm going to take Susquehanna. The Sabres are playing pretty good football, and Coach Cook pretty excited about the Sabres. Susquehanna gets the victory this weekend. Delaware Valley at Valley View. Coach Keith Olsemer hoping to put together a win and see if they can maybe make the playoff. Delaware Valley's got their work cut out for them, but I'll take Delaware Valley over Valley View on the road. Wyoming area and Meyers. Meyers had so many turnovers against Hanover area last week, but I'm going to take the Meyers Mohawks on a Saturday night affair on the carpet at Wilkes-Barre Memorial. Carbondale takes on Holy Cross on Saturday. The Carbondale Chargers, undefeated after 6 weeks. I think after 7 weeks, I'll take the Chargers and Larry Gabriel III. And the final game of the weekend, Abington Heights and Scranton Prep. 2 unbeatens, AAA. It's at Prep, a 1:30 start. You know, they got that unique start time. Abington Heights off a big win. Scranton Prep off a big win. Both have very good defenses. The Marino kid runs for over 200 yards last week for Scranton Prep. It's a toss-up. I'm going to go with J.C. Shao just because maybe he'll be the difference maker for Abington Heights and the Comets. They will get a very slight victory over Scranton Prep this weekend. That's probably the game of the weekend, those two. And again, it is at Scranton Memorial. Thanks for watching the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. We'll see you again next Friday night for the football picks, or you can join us each and every day on the JohnMendolaShow.com for our daily podcast.